Oh man, when it rains, it pours. What's going on? Moon Platoon in here, out there. We have one green candle. Please, someone just drop that candle in the chat right now. 208.57 on GME's price action as its highest point. Still $5 underneath it. So that's a double-digit rip even now after a pullback. 37.11. That is right there at that critical resistance. I talked about that yesterday in Monday's video, Sunday's video for Monday, but today is Monday, which means Lex Luthor, Jack Ali, and Yankee Clipper 79. What's going on? And welcome to a midday stream with yours truly, the data scientist, the Andrew Mo Money, Twitter, Instagram, and right here on YouTube. How's it going? Stark, Doc 8, and the rest of y'all. Meatball is here to give you guys a little bit of an insight into the trading day of the yesteryears and beyond. Right now, we saw that the historical trading patterns gave us the bounce we needed in the pre-market. Looks like that we dropped down to critical levels of support at 35.59 and then rose past the simple moving average here, the VWAP, and then past the EMA all the way through until we hit the red resistance line here. Then VWAP rose above the EMA until it is now currently our level of support. So we are right here between the VWAP and the 36.75 level of resistance. What's going on, Bill Wynn? What's going on, Harry Bird, Eric, and Try Provoked? Hello, Andrew, and the meats. What's up, Laura? It's an AMC GME day. That's for sure. 10% up on GME and 3.5% up on AMC. Still, significant gains to be made. Uh-oh, where's my face? Hold on a sec. Let me bring it back on. But just so you guys know, this show is not possible without you guys coming on in here. So that is the truth, Ruth. Let me just see. Let me find out what's going on with my camera as I tell you about the markets here. Look at that, cartoon me. I'm glad that cartoon me is still working. What's up, Jezebel? What's up, Harry Bird? Slot Kitty. We got Tubin's Task Manager. We got Mickey. We got Yankee Clipper. Hold on a sec. How do I get rid of right? There we go. Now I'm a cartoon. I'm a cartoon, Morty. Kimberly, as well as Randy. What's going on? Anthony Rocha, Daniel Rodriguez, good to see you. Romeo Castillo, we got John De Silva. How's it going? Look at that gold meatball coin on the right. Kimberly Annis, we got Fu Dao, Liam Kyer. Welcome back, son. So happy to be here. Truly, father. Haven't seen everyone in such a long time. Okay, let me just unplug. Sunday video, we got a slow pullback, not just a rise and crash, a rip and dip. We actually had a major rip that then slowly went back down to the last level of dynamic support that we have here in the simple moving average. Once that slid back over the VWAP, it was smooth sailing. In fact, I'm feeling a rip coming on. Can we get one candle, just one candle emoji in the chat? That's it. Run here. One right there. The VWAP coming up to see the 36.77. We got that buy signal from Lux Algo earlier on, and we got the signal from ChatterQuant as well. So both of these tools were able to give us that double signal for AMC, as well as now looking at GME, this solid consolidation all the way through to the Blue Ripper. Honestly, this last time that GME switched up the C-suite, something similar happened. Every time GME seems to either let someone go or change up management, this stock is running. It's going. There's no sign of slowing. Juan Perez, what's going on? Kevin Stoltz, Dogs and Dividend. Good to see you guys. Let me see if my camera's back on. Boom. So, and JR says, Andrew, what a ride. Absolutely right you are. Take a look at this. Jumping up from that VWAP to right here at 192. One of the things that you might have noticed about GME is that it then returned back down to the double consolidated level of support right here at 197. That's where the VWAP is currently standing. Let me get off the 1 hour chart. There we go. So AMC already forming a bullish pennant upward. Whether or not there's going to be a consolidation or a break coming soon, you are likely to form that trend line moving downward here. Let me just get rid of this. If you're forming this trend line moving downward, then you would have already seen the breakout here. But if you connect the next part of this bullish pennant, you'll see a breakout coming somewhere in the bottom of here, rising down to right there, somewhere around the 202s intraday. Just be watching this price action for the rest of the day. John De Silva. Oh, something Daniel said. Just wanted to let you know my older brother who's in the hospital didn't make it. Now it's time to make the money for yours and his family. Daniel, I'm so sorry to hear that. So grateful that you're able to feel comfortable enough with the Moon Platoon to share it with us, because your family's in our thoughts. James Turner says, had to sell 11 shares of AMC to pay rent, but I'm going to buy back on payday. This run is just starting, peeps. This was a sleeper. This was a sleeper for sure. A lot of people might have thought, you know, October, bad month. But first day of November seems like a ripperoonie for a lot of the stocks that we care about, and a downside for a lot of the stocks that have it coming. We've got a hood in the red down here. We got PROG down 3.5%, AGRI down 11. Tesla, after breaking $1,000 last week, is now up to 1,100, up 5% today. One of the winners. Facebook already changed their name to Meta over the weekend. So Facebook's new name has already come around, and they are up 1.5%. DWAC down another 10% today after a Friday rip, was it? Microvision up 11% today, and Ocugen up 16%. Macy's still looking like a rip candidate with 7.5% up. Yeah, it's a day of major up because we've talked about this on the channel. The month of October usually is the month where everyone who normally gets heavily invested in the stock market sleeps. You know, it's a ride that usually is a consolidation or even a downtrend, but November is when it really picks back up, and then the end of Q4 is when you are gonna make your best plays, guarantee it. SoFi up another 12.5%. Maybe a SoFi video coming up in a sec. Huma up 10%. What else are we looking at? TCAT up 5.5%. Wow. ZY up 5.5%. Jazz Churgui, butchered your name for free, says, we hold for you and your bro. Lex Luthor says, condolences. Jazz says, stay strong, Daniel. Matt Hatter says, I hold for you, friend. RH going to crash harder, as Lex Luthor says. AMC's email states that they will not use SAY Tech after they got purchased by RH. Any news on the MGGA tweet? Sure seems like GameStop is pretty great today. I tweeted about that yesterday on, Andrew Mo Money on Twitter. And that was Ryan Cohen's big 4-letter tweet. He has been pretty radio silent for a good amount of time, but then he busted out the MGGA. What could it mean? Certainly seems like it was the rip that the stock needed. So is Ryan Cohen once again single-handedly going to be able to move a GME stock? Matt Hatter says, dang, OG, is that Diamond? Gabe Plankton is one of the biggest OGs of the season. Of the day? Ooh. Here it is. The spookiest tweet of all. MGGA from Ryan Cohen. And then a little sumo wrestler pushing up a big sumo wrestler 5 days before that. I guess the sumo wrestler didn't do it for the stock, but these 4 letters, they will make it. They will make it. It's back to the meme season. Let's take a look at where GME is on Lux Algo, and then we'll take a look at Chatter Quant. Daniel says, that means a lot, my friends. It's been a couple of days, but you guys still almost made me cry because that was so awesome for your condolences. That's the way that everyone should be treating each other. It's simple and it's easy to forget. The golden rule. What is this pennant doing? Strange pennant. Let's get off the 30-minute chart. Get on over to the minute chart. Now we can see this pennant form a little bit easier. Almost a perfect pennant. 1, 2, 3, 4 touch points. Now moving upward. This pennant is going to be finishing up somewhere around here. BT is asking any thoughts on Zila. Let's take a look at Zila. Because at the end of the day, it's about the stocks that you guys care about. Okay. Finish forming that. Let's go to the 5-minute chart. There we go. Look at that smooth bounce off of the EMA. Ooh. Priceless forever. What's up, Andrew? I haven't seen your live stream in a minute. Yeah. Good to see you. Kristen Gallo says, I have utmost respect for sumo wrestlers after watching a documentary on how they train. Literally 500-pound guy doing splits. It's impressive. So, strong buy signal on GME. GME's price action crossed over the 4th overbought Bollinger and now is just relaxing on the 3rd one. Wowee, wah. GME is non-stop. Okay, let's take a look at XELA. Exila. Ooh. Exila is forming a delightful intra-week pennant. I believe this is from the 25th of October, so this will be coming down for the breakout of the week. I'll bring out a pen to help you guys see it. LFG AMC GME says Pam the trader, realtor. The trader, the realtor. The one and only. Starts from this X here. Goes all the way down. And then the bottom of this pennant you can see coming all the way up. That's ascending levels of support, descending levels of resistance. It's one of the easiest patterns to be able to see, but it does have to be correctly predicted. It has to come from an uptrend, then it has to have 3 points of confirmation. 1, 2, 3 from above, 1, 2, 3 from below. So connect those dots and then predict where that breakout is coming. XELA, looking like a bullish breakout coming up soon. Be careful, the Bollingers have a wide variance for the past few days, not even in the last week. So the current variance for the Bollingers is cutting off that price action somewhere before $2.50. So that will be the test. Will this breakout be able to push past those overbought Bollingers? That is knowledge. Slot Kitty says, why did Nicola move? We can take a look at that in a sec. Dr. Ian Johnson says this isn't the MOAS. Yes, absolutely. Loving this Green Day, absolutely. Let's take a look at APLE. Sure. APLE. So that's Zila's bullish pennant here. Let me take a look at something from Apple Hospitality. Must be a confusing stock. Let's take a look at the hourly. This breakout seems to be from a long period of consolidation. So the consolidation started somewhere between the 18th to the 29th of October, and now it is in the 2nd overbought Bollinger already. Stock might be running away faster than you can catch onto it. Be careful not to be dumped after a runaway stock loses momentum. Okay. Now let's back up. Back up to where we saw that first GameStop buy signal. So we actually saw the GameStop buy signal on the 27th of October. That's after the last buy signal on the 8th was also correct. On the 8th, that buy signal would have gotten you from 174 to 188. And then on the 27th, obviously, you would have gone from 173 all the way up to 210. Wait, 202? What was GME's highest? 208. 208. That's a 30% rip from Lux Algo. Make your money back in one purchase. Timothy Harris, right underneath my face, was able to do that. So that's it. 20% off of Lux Algo, and now we turn over to ChatterQuant with the code AndrewMoMoney. ChatterQuant. Now I have to log in. Then I have to sign in. AMC coming back down to its VWAP right now. So this might be a good opportunity for AMC to break into the bottom of this rising pennant here. Let's see. Matthew Johnson. Daniel says, crazy fact, my sister-in-law gave me my bro's phone and he bought Shiba a month after me. I had to pull my money out to fix the AC, but he never even looked at it. It's worth $5,000 now, and I'm kicking. I'm kicking. Daniel, the life of an investor who hits a liquidity issue. I understand. Okay. Log in. There we go. Now I'm logged in. Sweet. Let's take a look at what alerts we have on ChatterQuant. Alert Center. So the best part about these is that they're push notifications. So you don't even have to be looking at YouTube or the stock market or Webull or any other app. You could just take a look straight here. GME 73% positive sentiment alert 26 minutes ago. Ocugen 87% positive 2 hours ago. Facebook, also known as the Meta company now, 4.5 hours ago. Up. Facebook is up at 1.5%. Reasonable, rational, beautiful cover girl. Tesla had the alert 4.5 hours ago, and actually no, 5 hours ago, and Tesla I think covered 5% of its ground within the last 5 hours. Lucid 18 hours ago. So these are all alerts that ChatterQuant could have delivered straight to your notification system on your phone, your laptop, and you guys have that crazy discount from yours truly. Down in the description for what I think is a really good deal. In fact, if you guys do get ChatterQuant in the next week, directly Twitter at me, directly Instagram at me, and we have an opportunity to shout you out in a future live stream. So say, hey, I bought ChatterQuant this week, and you know, I want to get in on the free shout out. What's up, BTS Sandwich? Good to see you. Daniel says, if I didn't have bad luck, I'd have no luck at all. Darn tootin'. If I didn't have bad luck. I love what you guys say sometimes. It's pretty funny. All right. Kristen Gallo, BTS Sandwich is here. What's up? Yankee says meta means death in Hebrew. The Zuck does it again. He did it again. Jessa says, missed ya. Was on a bit of a tech break. Had to handle some stuff. Jessa, hope everything's okay. Let me see. Options market saying about Apple. The markets like to climb this wall of worry. Spooky words. The wall of worry. Let's see. Electric car shares and why Tesla is going up. AMC and GME going moonbound. This is what happens. Okay, let me see. Oh, it's good now. Shannon Johnson says, I like this new AMC pattern. It's true. It's pretty okay. All right, let's take a look at what the Kramer says about electric cars and why this Tesla boom is happening today.
On Semi just put out some great numbers. I'm looking for the autos to be able to get some supply in 2022. That could be very big. So, I mean, with the exception of Tesla. I mean, Tesla's actually a phenomenon we have to talk about because I've actually never seen a stock go up endlessly on nothing. David, Tesla, when did we last see a Tesla, David?
When did we last see a what?
A stock like Tesla.
It's been quite a while.
When? Name me.
Oh, come on. We've had periods of parabolic moves. No, I mean, what are your snowflake thing? They love. Remember when that thing went parabolic?
Oh, but
parabolic in the summer of summer or fall of a year ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Sluman put up some good numbers.
He did put up some good numbers. This thing put up some good numbers too.
Are people so short?
There were some positive headlines last week about Hertz, but you're right. Listen, it's a market now. It seems as though there's. People's imagination is being sparked again.
You want imagination? You go right to Adam Jonas's piece this morning about our favorite EV stock is Ferrari. By the way, he hates Ford, so obviously in Ford versus Ferrari, Ferrari wins. Pricing power. He's saying that there's a 2-year wait list. 2-year wait list. That's a lot. I mean, wow. Ferrari? No, this is a great pricing power.
Ferrari?
This is one of the greatest reports I've read, and I happen to love Best Brand. This is a must-read.
But a lot of these EV-related names are moving higher, ones that have even more hope rather than reality, perhaps. I mean,
Lucid?
We've talked a lot about
Lucid. Have you ever driven a Lucid?
I've been in a Lucid.
Then what'd you think?
It was very nice.
Right.
It was very nice, but...
Kind of wish that Jim asked him, have you ever been lucid? And then they would just have like a moment where they come to life again. Take a look at Tesla's bounce right now, calling this level of resistance right here. Well, 1100, coming off of that bounce right here, 1160. AMC is coming back to meet the VWAP right here after dipping underneath this bullish pennant, but it's coming. Acidia says, can we get a too long didn't read on today's activity? Is it Jenna Owens and the GME jumping in? Other whales? It really is a combination of a 4-letter tweet from Mr. Ryan Cohen, as well as the different material. Let me just jump back to GME. Leadership changes that have happened over on GMEs. Let's move this ascending level of resistance here. Now that we're getting more data points, I still only have 2 touch points, so the 3rd touch point could be coming a little later. But this could be the bottom of this pennant forming right here. Today's an exciting day to be watching the markets midday. BTS sandwiches. Their BTS meal was disappointing. It contained no Asian men. I'd be disappointed. Grits and Gallo says, I see you have a type, LOL. Or Adam says, Ferrari, because apes ordered them. That's true. I bought in Tesla at a terrible time at $800, and I finally see some gains. So remember, guys, the stock market only goes up.
But I don't believe Lucid has all the other things that go along with Tesla that at least make you think that there's great promise for other parts of the business. Lucid is purely luxury EV.
Because 0 to 80 faster than
great
Tesla.
mileage in terms of off the charge, we know that, but That's what it is at a fairly high price point. They're starting to deliver their dream edition. But that's got the same market value as Ford.
Well, okay, you're doing that?
Yeah, I'm doing it because it's true.
Well, what does that have to do with it? I mean, Ford, can I just say that Ford, I have to turn away from you because it's ridiculous.
Why am I ridiculous?
Because Ford's making a major move. Because look at Ford.
Wait a second.
Let's appreciate the spookiest man after the spookiest holiday yelling at his coworker. Okay, you appreciated him yet?
Maybe you're saying that Lucid's price is ridiculous by saying that I'm being ridiculous.
Well, I'm just saying that
Ford. You don't want to say
yes,
that.
I'm saying that Ford's going to have a separate EV division.
You said yes.
No, yeah. Look, Lucid is. I love the Lucid, but Ford had an amazing quarter, and they actually, David, they instituted a dividend.
Yes,
dividend.
We did.
I mean, Exxon raised it.
Ford. It's been an incredible call.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Go in the Wayback Machine. Ford has a dividend, and then Exxon boosted its dividend.
Well, and a lot of this too, the Jonas note is about valuation. His argument is you're getting the EV business at Ferrari for what, $1 billion versus
but
the
we
cost
need more Jonases. Jonas is thought-provoking. By the way, he did a QuantumScape teach-in. I know you had always been close to QuantumScape. But, I think that what he does is get you to think, okay, you want EV? How about quality EV? I think that Adam's very good.
I hear you.
I hear you. Well, you know where I'm coming from? Are you buying what I'm saying?
Back to your original point on Tesla, the stock was $800 in the middle of October.
Yeah.
And here we are now at 1,114. So, well, I mean, that's about 314 billion. It's pretty easy.
Yeah, but where's the Tesla?
Raise your hand if you got into Tesla before like $200. I definitely had an opportunity. Raise your hand if you at least had the opportunity to, because that doesn't feel great. Oh no. And yet still, EV is still not widely adopted. And I live in California. We see a lot of Teslas, but still not every single car. Not every single car is an EV right now. So it's sink or swim when it comes to an industry change. It just depends on what government is going to implement that change.
$14 billion in market value in...
How many Fords is that? How many Fords is that?
It's a lot of Fords, my friend.
At least probably 2 in one day last week.
Might be about 5 Fords.
It's part of an ongoing debate about whether or not they're ever going to face real competition. Piper's point last week was that all of the models that have come to date have not made a dent.
No.
But then you look at Roth, for example, last week said the idea that they're never going to face a really compelling competitor is specious.
I think the idea that they're not going to be able to go up against Ford and the F-150 electric, the Lightning, I think that's significant. American car company really doing everything it can EV. And now, unfortunately, GM had dropped a bomb, and it was like a lead balloon. It was like lead tasso. I'm still trying to figure out what the heck happened, because Ford is still on rampage.
Ford's on a
Ford
rampage,
added a
but
Ford.
Tesla's, I mean, Lucid's going to be a competitor at the high end. Rivian's going to be a competitor for
Rivian. How many
for
orders?
pickups and
I saw Amazon.
Spang just did 2 months of 10,000 deliveries.
By the way,
that went over like a lead balloon.
Yeah. Okay. Rivian, remember, Ford has a big slug of it. If Ford sells its Rivian, it could add a Ford.
It's true. Amazon also owns a good amount of Rivian.
I think the auto,
which is going to be coming public.
Why did the autos become a fascination?
I was going to say, we're 5 minutes into a new month,
because Tesla's
all talking about
because
EVs.
Everyone I know, I mean, there are people who have abandoned, say, index funds and bought Tesla, and they're geniuses. They're geniuses.
They're geniuses.
Unlike active managers who are not.
Right.
Because I guess they didn't buy enough Tesla.
They own Tesla and they own Ethereum.
Or enough Alphabet, because most active managers are trailing.
One of the biggest winners of the last few days is Lucid. It's not a winner today. It broke above this level of resistance at 27.97. Seems like I've been tracking the levels of resistance since it was CCIV, since before the merger. And it was able to hit 34.92. Looks like it's still a support for it, even though the name's changed already. And now holding right above that level of support. Let's see if it can hold there. NEO is also up for the day. But it is currently checking out its EMA right here, consolidating with its simple moving average. Careful. This is the danger times for these stocks. Although, if you did buy in on EVs the last few weeks, even if you bought a random one, you are likely in fantastic shape.
Hedge funds, by the way, have had a rough month, from what I understand.
Why didn't they just own
certainly
Tesla?
were not up 7% the way the market was.
Why did they just own Tesla? Was Tesla so hard? I've recommended Tesla ever since I drove a Tesla.
Well, because if you want to live in the land of sort of fundamental valuation, it becomes somewhat hard to argue that you should buy Tesla.
Alice in Wonderland, Fantasy Isle.
Yeah.
Alice in Wonderland, Fantasyland. Okay, so that is a, I guess, hot. Not sure if it was hot or not. Take on the electric vehicles industry. Be careful, because as of right now, that was one of the most, the hypest stocks industry of the last few weeks. And if you are just a week behind, you're likely going to end up holding bags. Be careful. It's really about up-to-date info, which is why we need that ChatterQuant announce notification section. Gave you guys the Tesla as well as the Lucid notifications the last few hours. The Facebook notification as well. So you guys don't stay a week behind. Also, subscribing to the channel might be cool too, but 600 of you in here, you guys know that already. Now, let me see if there is a AMC GME story developing. Royal Caribbean. Rokon is back. And not a fan of airline stocks. American Airlines cancels over 1,000 flights. Makes sense on why. Seems like there is something more. Green Power says, what up, Miss Professor Meatball? You too, Mo Money. You know, it's classic. Classic Meatball here. Just soaking up the rain rays, because there's no sunshine today in the Bay. Jessa says, Norman, I took some time for some self-care. A lot of sad anniversaries, so I tried to head them off at the pass. Jessa, glad to hear that you're staying strong in the time. May not make sense for a lot of people. Looking at the recent whale trades. Let's see. Jenna Owens. I already talked about Jenna Owens last video. Yeah, yesterday's video. GME over 200 bucks. That's smoking or joking. LFG, what's going on? Look at this diamond meatball coin right there. That's the guy. There's actually another coin past diamond. Actually, I think there's at least 2 other coins. A pretty cool thing to have. Means that you've been a long time supporter of that Moon Platoon army. Okay, Jamie, about to finish up this pennant here. AMC still holding on. Meatball good boy is true. Max's SoFi is nuts. Let's see what the SoFi jump would have been. 12% today alone. SoFi's been going a little nuts recently. If you bought at the very top, you could almost make your money back. This is like a strange, like, since the beginning of January, double bottom. It's because SoFi reverse IPO'd into this only a few months ago. Okay, we'll have to keep a look on it. We'll have to keep an eye on it, because right now it seems like it could be even forming a cup from June. This could be the right side of a cup. So if we see a pullback coming in soon, do not be surprised. I said don't be surprised. 5 minutes here. Back to the charts. ATER says Bader. Well, hey Andrew, nice to see you back more often. Let's take a look. Put it on the chart. GameStop's little green tail. ATER. Double, you say you see a double bottom. I'm looking at the hourly chart. Don't see one on the hourly. This probably confused people. People are probably looking at ATR and thinking cup. But this handle for the cup has fallen all the way down to the resistances on the bottom of the cup, which is way too far below. So this is just a few days worth of consolidation. So if you're looking for technical patterns, it's going to be harder to pick them out of the noise of consolidating. I would say continue to collect data. I mean, always. You guys are always collecting data. But right now, I have yet to see a bullish indicator. You think AMC is a George W formation independent in the weekly view? Let's take a look. All the way to weekly? That's gonna be all of it. A George W. Like a very, very wide one. Okay, yeah, I can see it. A very, very wide one. George W's are more accurate the shorter the time frame. Not always. It's not a smooth linear path, but I would say that if on the macro scale, sure. Okay. Hood is finally trading below its launch price. Calls for champagne, says Corey. Let's pop it. What's poppin', Moon Platoon? Here's a drink on you guys. Logan Jogan says, I truly miss my Moon Platoon. Ooh, baby. John De Silva saying, I haven't been on the live for around 2 months, but I see loads of people I recognize. That's the family. The family. The heavy doors. Right back into it. It's like we never, ever stopped talking about the family. I'm gonna keep GME down, up here to make sure that we catch any potential signals. So the thing about this pennant here is that this outlier might not be considered in the final construction of the pennant. It might be like this. It doesn't really matter, actually. If this is the breakout, I'm waiting. Nazmi Oskan says, we need fuel for the Lambos. Kumar says, long time, my bruh Mo. My bruh. Do I think Dogecoin to hit $1? Where's Doge today? Oh, Googs is finally feeling the heat from all of the shenanigans that were pulled last quarter. Let's see. Ooh, what was I looking at? Dogecoin. Dogecoin down 4% today. But that was after a pretty significant rip from 23 cents all the way up to 35 cents. SHIB is still up 5%. SHIB had a bit of a pullback the last few days, and now it's feeling good again. November is when everybody feels good again. Double AMC. 1 GME. There we go. Mark Baptiste, I'm in a Zoom meeting with a bunch of VPs. How do I use the phrase "fooly fools" during this snooze fest? You could say, well, as a famous as a famous Moon Platoon OG would say, these fooly fools can't get the best of us. Mark, good to see you again. Oh man, Daniel says it's true. It's a family. Andrew says, "What's up, Andrew? We got the same name." It's true. It's true. Vader says, "Just making money on the side so I can buy more AMC and GME." Look at where the rest of the crypto market is at. BTC. Oh, whoa. Bitcoin. Slowing down the Bitcoin train. Let's look at Ethereum. Ethereum's still chugging. Ooh, Ethereum's its all-time high. 44.63. Okay, it's $200 off its all-time high. But still substantial. Ethereum rips when Bitcoin rips, but when Bitcoin sleeps, Ethereum's like, toss up in the air. Jens Gamble says, "Whoop whoop, Mr. Mo is back tuning in from the honeymoon leg 2 in France, where our AMC tennies is buying us a house. Thanks, Angelo Money, for getting us here. Without your knowledge, we would not be here." Jens Gamble, thank you. So happy to hear that. I'm gonna add Mark into this screenshot as well, because I do like Mark. Here we go. Whoop. Whoop. Where'd it go? Put it here. Cool. There we go. Squeeze it right there. This thing. This one. Okay. Jorge, it's aftermarket close, is John. Let's see. Jezebel, Nathan Adams asking, Jezebel, how's the pumpkin lovin'? Pumpkin. I thought you said pumpkin. As soon as I started reading it, I was like, oh well. Okay, this is where GME is currently. Smoking Joking says, "Are we back in the daily wedge? Remember June?" Oh my god. Remember June? Oh, those were beautiful days. Those were the days where everything was possible. It was just at the edge of our fingertips. It was all a beautiful dream. Oh man. So let's take a look at the fact that GME has now pushed past this bullish pennant and now returned to the tip of it. This breakout from 201 all the way to 203, and now return back to 201.90. Just chilling. Tell me about Wish, says Louise. What would you wish to know? Hey, Wish didn't have a bad day today. But it did have a really bad year. So this is from February. Seems like it couldn't catch a break all the way down to the single digits, down at 460 was its low point, and then pumped right back up to 538. Technicals are out the window because this is its lowest point, but people are looking for a financial turnaround from a couple days ago. My opinion, seems like it's ripping while the rest of the market is feeling themselves. Could be an opportunity to jump back in, but you really have to be able to do the rest of the research, not just the technicals. Go back to see the planet there. Brian says, how's Tesla? Tesla is definitely pushing at the top of their overbought Bollingers here, but let's just check. TSLA. Tesla actually seems like it's pulled back a significant amount after ripping into the second overbought Bollinger here at 1194. But let's look at the hourly. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Let's turn on auto. There we go. Tesla has been nothing but strong buy from Lux Algo since September 23rd. So if you were following Tesla on September 23rd, you would have gone in at $750 if you had Lux algorithm. If you had Lux. So just following along with the combination of ChatterQuant, being able to, one, tell you where the alerts are, because Lux might be good, but you don't know which stocks to look at. So if you have ChatterQuant telling you the alerts, and then you have Lux Algo telling you which direction those stocks are moving in, that is the exodia of combinations. And they're both at least 20% off with the codes down in the description with Andrew Mo Money and with the custom code for ChatterQuant. So to have one is great. To have both, you kind of bounce off each other. It's just a good time. Juice Our World says, thanks for wishing me a happy birthday, Andrew. I don't know if you remember, but I've been watching for a while, not selling till 100K. Juice Our World, I do remember that. Welcome back. Jens Gemmel says, Squid Game tokens. Oh. Lesson learned here. Squid Game tokens. Oh, man. Let's see. Boom Boom Candle says Noam Chomsky. Let's see now. Someone's asking about a breakup. A breakup? Wait, AMC? 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 You guys are watching this live. AMC has just pushed one candle all the way to its critical resistance. 37.13. Yes, that's right. You were looking at 36.54. We have to put the boom boom candles in the chat, guys. We look at this. It's not even done. AMC just caught the end of this bullish breakout, and now we are looking at it going up to 37.14. That is a tough resistance to beat. I highlighted it in red for a couple of months now. It is AMC going places. Take a look at this. AMC broke above 1, 2, and now coming up to its third level of resistance in the course of a few seconds, catching the bottom of the VWAP currently in these this bullish pennant here at the very bottom. We're watching a real technical formation for the win. John De Silva throwing those moons in the chat, throwing those gorilla emojis in the chat. Exactly the same on both stocks. It looks like we're back to how it was for months in a row. Juice Our World says, it's breaking! Yankee Clipper says, T's are jade. Come on. AMC is currently at its daily high, 37.16. We caught that. We predicted that. And now we're chilling. Now we are chilling. Let's see if there was a small itty bitty AMC buy signal on the minute chart. So we would have caught this a little earlier. Yeah, there it is. Was not a strong buy, but it was a buy signal from a couple of minutes ago. That would have ripped you all the way up to 1, 2, 3, 4 Bollingers. Caught the very top of the Bollinger, now winding down. That is a second attempt to try to break that red level of resistance directly above. But it feels good to be in a place where the technical still makes sense, where the education is still flowing, where the world is growing. What's up, Microwave Eggs? I'm sure you're cute too. Bill Zazen, Holdol. Jessabelle says, such a pretty green schmilly-do. Jessa, the way with words that you have. Marcy says, glad you're with us today. Where's Professor Meatball? He's just been chilling behind me. He's right here. He's sleeping. Getting a pat. Meatball, this pat is for that green candle we just had right here. Boom, boom. Artman says, haven't you seen live in a while? Good to see you, Artman. Artman, 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 Artman. Gnome says, wasn't June's breakout at the end of the day? Oh, wow. We are moving into the end of the day right now. 10 minutes until I ring that bell. Have you guys, that's the nostalgia bell right here. That's the power hour bell. 10 minutes until. More power, baby. What up, Andrew? Love the streams, bro. How's it going? Good to see you. We caught this this bullish pennant earlier. We predicted the buy with Lux Algo, and then we got the alert from ChatterQuant. That is the beauty of all three things coming together. The knowledge, the alert, and the signal. Oh, man. Sativa says, GME on the same. Yeah, GME is just waiting. Kind of like when you see... when you see the person in front of you in Squid Game do a thing, and then you are looking at yourself with the exact same pattern, and you're like, oh, am I about to rip as well? That's GME right now. Do you see Oxygen dropping again like it did in the past 6 times over the past 10 months? Oh yeah. Stocks might go down, but then they'll go up. But then they might go down, but then they'll go up. Albert says, everyone hit that like button. Hey, you're right. I haven't said anything about that this whole stream. So if you guys did find some entertainment out of this video, and you guys want to charge ahead into Power Hour with us, the easiest way is to everybody put your finger on that like button right now. Smash it. Smash it good. Make sure it doesn't get up. Make sure it stays on the ground. And smash it good. Santa says AMC will shook the world someday. I feel like it really already shook. Stoneface Master says to Mars, Andrew. The stock market thing kind of feels like Mr. Robot against Evil Corp, says Cloud KRS. The company owns 70% of the global consumer credit industry, which is why F Society has targeted them. I need to catch up on Dr. Robot, Mr. Robot, Professor Robot. Cinema stocks rally after best month since pandemic start. Well, seems like the movies are back at it again. AMC, yes, is up for 24% and change. GME still up 12% today. One of the best rips we've seen for a long, long time. Taddypole says, I like your dog. Quite a good boy. One of my faves. Jesus Gonzalez, Andrew, we will be leaving the atmosphere shortly. AMC to the moon. Microsoft, great name, says GME volume is still relatively low at 4 million. Good sign considering it's 12% up on the day. Yeah, it still has power hour to power through. 6 minutes left. Stark Doc 8 says, Andrew, does Meatball think AMC or GME is going to fly first? Well, what do you think? Have you guys heard him talk yet? Go ahead, don't be shy. You can say it. Come on, you can tell us. Oh, he's thinking about it. He's contemplating. Abraham Lincoln, good to have you back. How's it going? Happy to see you. It's a cloudy, rainy day here in the Silicon Valley, but I'm happy that all of you are here. In fact, where are you guys from? Let's just ask. Right, what part of the world are you guys from? Are you part of the city or the countryside? If you're from America, you're likely from the burbs. So that's an option too. Marcy Investment says hedgies are going to poop their pants once we hit 72 again. Cot Sock says, Adrew, mo money, mo problem. Let's get to the moon. Honestly, it might be like a diminishing return, but it's really the more money you have, the fewer problems to a level, to an extent. Let's see. We got Taiwan. We got Where. We got Europor, the country. I'm assuming. We got Ontario, Netherlands. We got ATL. We got Toronto, Washington, Abilene, Texas, Glasgow, Central Wisconsin. I've never heard of Central Wisconsin. So you're front and center to all of the Wisconsin activities. We got Rhode Island. We got Southeast Missouri. We got Hong Kong and Philly. Coming to see a good amount of you guys in Europe in the end of November, and I'll be there for half the month. So if you guys want to be interviewed, and whether or not you live in Europe, that's no problem. Use the Google form in the description to sign up and subscribe to that second channel where you will be featured talking about your financial goals. We already interviewed a father who was setting up a financial fund for his unborn daughter, and that was a goal that was smashed out of the park. Florida, that was like, I was like, Florida, of course. Colorado, Del Norte, California, Croatia. More money, more taxes. That's correct. House party at my place if we hit the moon, Stark. Come on. Brampton. We got Ethiopia. Wow, very cool. Montana. Millador, Texas. Wisconsin again. Florida, Romania, New Zealand, SLC. France, Brazil, UK, Germany. We got Kazakhstan. But spelled incorrectly? Or is that correct? I'm not sure. Munster to Compton. Ooh, you're just doing different places. I thought you're from Ethiopia. All right, 2 more minutes until that bell is smashed. So many different apes from around the world. Meatballers unite, says Joe. Chihuahua, Mexico. Chi-Town, what's up, Don? That's my city. That's my kind of town. All right, AMC, just chilling right now. Let's look at whether or not we have options flow alerts from ChatterQuant, because you guys know it. AMD, these are calls. There's like a BKKT, these are calls as well. There's like an option sonar. That's something you guys probably haven't seen in a sec. Option sonar. I need to sign in. Burlington, Ontario. We have South Africa, Wales, Miami Lakes, Florida, Colorado, Michigan State, another Wisconsin. Oh, Romeo says drinks on me at Vegas. Napa. We have Cherville, Indiana. We have Burlington, Calgary, Redmond, Nimrod, Minnesota. That's a fun name. Not gonna lie, that's a good name. All right, options data. Oh, it looks different now. Oh, it'll tell you what the I see now. Looks a little bit more like Ortex every time I look at it. Whoops. Bring this down. AMC puts are now pink. Calls are now still blue. So today is a pretty good day, especially for near the money calls. $40 is where a lot of people are putting their money on AMC. Even some at 37, which just became in the money. So $1 million of calls at for AMC at 37, 2 million at 40, and then the rest of the gamma chain moving all the way up to a potential 145. That has not stopped since the June gamma squeeze. Oh, let's go, guys. It's noon. That's 3 clicks of a bell for 3 p.m. Eastern, which means you got 1 more hour until the markets are closed. Papa Mac. Oh, a mile from Milpitas. Very cool. You know, I've been thinking about doing a Bay Area meetup. So if you haven't yet, message me on Twitter or Instagram and say, hey, I'm in the Bay. Let's do a meetup. You should. And of course, if you just want to hear my random shenanigans, my pictures, and my important alerts or rips, those are on Twitter and Instagram at AndrewMoMoney. Go ahead and give a follow. It'll make you qualified to win raffles in the future. King Joey the Ape says the casino is open. Nathan Adams says repo trade. Didn't we call this back in June? Feels good to be right, but also feels good when the world, once again, starting to be... Oh, wait, I didn't even notice. GME making a slow but steady rip upward. This is from the bottom of this bullish pennant, so this is something we predicted as well. So, like again, AMC, whoosh, GME, whoosh. 4 a.m. So today is a good day if it closes above that descending line of resistance, or is a requirement that it beats 37.19. Doesn't have to beat it. In fact, we already had that bullish breakout. So this is an AMC stay in this pocket day, because at the end of it, this line is going to be a tricky resistance either way. So if we don't have the momentum to break it today, well, tomorrow will likely be do or die around this line. You can pretty much expect it all day. At Hatter says Bay Area. AB says, feel like I haven't seen you in months. What's going on, AB? Good to be here. It's good to see you here. It's good to just be like, Moon Platoon, what's going on? What's happening? This has been one epic day. But it's not even close to being done yet. Not all the way. I'm gonna do a little bit more of the digging around for you guys. It's insane how much of October's bad juju has just been wiped clean. It's just been washed, absolved. Paul Ruiz, see you on the moon, buddy. Not if I see you first. Thank you for the soup. Good soup. GME all day, says Tactile MD. Joanne says, good day for both AMC and GME. Not enough of those. Not enough of those. Let me see what AMC is up now. Nearly 5% up. Hovering right around that $37. Let's see. $10 to $20 asset managers are being liquidated, says Young Lee. Rate volume exploding just as funds pile into repo trade that blew up market. Hold on a second. Let me see what this is all about. Just gonna Google it. These results are changing quickly. ZeroHedge.com. Okay, so let's remember that this needs to be for reputable sites mostly. But what does it say? A little over 2 years ago, on the 11th anniversary of Lehman's bankruptcy, a repo crisis shocked Wall Street when on September 16th, 2019, it suddenly became apparent that despite $1.3 trillion in excess deposits and years of QE, there was not nearly enough liquidity in the system. A month later, we were the first to piece together the puzzle, which confirmed that JP Morgan's drain of over $100 billion in repo and money market liquidity was the precipitating factor for the repo market collapse. In other words, not only did JP Morgan spark the re-apocalypse, okay, but with its actions also triggered the launch of the repo liquidity flood, and a few weeks later, the $60 billion of not QE T-bill purchases, aka QE4, which would just months later be followed by the Fed's mega bazooka as Powell went all in to save the world after the COVID collapse. Okay. Joe says GME and AMC's fates are connected. Love days like this. Okay, so it seems like fate is repeating itself again. Andy A, look at his platinum. Look at that platinum meatball coin right there. That's the badge for real OGs. You guys can get yours, a bronze one, by clicking that join button next to that subscribe button. Andy A says we break 350 again, then should be time to get excited, methinks. Methinks you are correct. Okay, so JP Morgan's direct actions soaked up enough liquidity from the market to start a cascading crisis. The actual trades in question were highly levered positions involving a relative value compression trade in the Treasury cash swap basis, similar to what LTCM was doing ahead of its 1998 bailout. For those who missed it, for much of 2017, 2018, and 2019, as volatility collapsed, one increasingly popular and extremely levered hedge fund strategy involved buying U.S. Treasuries while selling equivalent derivative contracts, such as interest rate futures, and pocketing the ARB, or difference in price between the two. Pocketing the ARB, baby. While on its own, this trade is not very profitable given the close relationship in price between the two sides of the trade. But as LTCM knows too well, that's what leverage is for. Lots and lots and lots and lots of leverage. BTS Sandwich says, I want to see Tesla numbers. Tesla still 6% and going. Okay, so we will have Tesla on the top left corner of the screen so you can see it. Of course, you can see the other stunks that we've been watching. SHIB's back up to 6%. Dogecoin down 3.5%. Bitcoin still negative, but barely. Russ says VR movies sound really interesting, like shot in 3D with limited ability to move and look around a scene, but also more problems than 3D glasses, which are super low tech in comparison. Oh, 3D glasses. Jax POT says gain 45k euros this year with meme stocks. Need more for my ticket to the moon. 45 grand. That's huge, man. That's big. Oh, BTS Sandwich says they want to see Tesla numbers on GME and AMC. Got it. Let's see some Tesla numbers. Come on. $73 on Tesla. That's 6.5% up today. Lots and lots and lots of leverage. Okay, let me see. Just pull this up a little bit. There we go. What does this say? This says something very nice. This goes away. And that was this. Okay, great. Now I know everything that there is to be known. Remember, guys, we got the AMC alerts one in a row, one after another on ChatterQuant. And if you guys aren't getting alerted, you're probably missing out on the biggest and the baddest. Let's bring back Lux Algo. Oops. There we go. Lux on the buy. AMC and GME both ripped above their bullish pennants. Now we are looking at whether or not the simple moving average over on GME's side and the 3674 level of support will be able to keep our price action up. Andy A says Tesla crazy. When it gets to about 1,600 per share, I'll be up $1,000 per share. Well, if nothing ever certain in markets, nothing's ever certain. What's really sad is I own Tesla at the original 100 per share. That's the tricky part. It's okay. It's much better to say I could have had this, but X, Y, and Z. Because that means that you took an action. You took a chance on something. And that's not easy to do in this world. Paul Ruiz says, it's been a long struggle, but I finally got up to 500 shares of AMC. Nice job, Paul. That's a big number. Snap looking very strong over here. It says Rampage Trading over at 53.50. SNAP. Yeah, Snap's up another day after a 30% dip. Whoa. This is after news of a miss in earnings, but also of news that Apple has really just been changing its iPhone policies for advertising. And much of the Silicon Valley advertising-based companies, if they get their revenue mainly on advertising, especially through iOS devices, took a huge hit. So Snap down from 75.22 down to 55.31, caught an even nastier dip down to 51.67, and now seems like it's consolidating. So if you don't want to miss out on an alert from Snap or an alert from anywhere else, you guys know what to do. It's in the link in the description. Love to get my ChatterQuant alerts in the morning. Lordstown up 7.5% today. Fannie Mae up 6.5%. And of course, Mavis, the Microvision, had a last minute rip to 980 2 trading days ago. On Friday, consolidated down to the $7 range, and then today up another 10%. Microvision just doesn't know which direction to go in. But let me see if I can do a little bit of resistance gathering here. 3 touch points, 1, 2, 3 at 862. That's a brand new level of resistance for the price. We're gonna have to cross that before we get any higher. And then there's 3 touch points here at the $9.10 range. So that's 2 resistances to watch out before you guys get back to double digits. Alrighty. Jessa says, gotta get and run to get food for the kid, BBs. Jessa, thanks for chilling with us. Andy A says, everyone's so much happier on nice days. Nice green days. LFG Moon Squad. What's up, Reb Skater? Reb Skater's got that platinum meatball coin. So they pressed that join button a long time ago, and they've stayed a true Blue Moon Platoon member. Carmen Kennedy says, finally, someone else has seen the documentary. It's so good. Russell says, what's behind 210? Kenny? Come on, Kenneth. Tell us what's behind the 210. Any TA possible on NSAV, says BTS Sandwich. NSAV, net saving. Ooh, 5-cent penny stock. Careful, BTS Sandwich, if you're playing penny stocks. I don't see the charts. I can't see any of the price movements. I'll get back to this one. Let me see if the charts are fine. The charts are fine. Michael says, hey, when is AMC going to explode? Well, much of the market is facing a double-digit rip, so I guess 4.5% doesn't seem huge today, but I mean, can you imagine a 4.5% rip on your whole portfolio right now? If it was all AMC, that's what you'd be getting. Michael says, I'm new to the game, like brand new. Welcome. Best way to stay involved is 1. Make sure that you take a look at CheddarQuant for the alert center, which I check every morning to make sure that you don't miss out on where those stocks are that are going to be movers for the day, and then use that in conjunction with Lux Algo, both of which you have some pretty significant 20% up discounts in the description. Second thing is to obviously hit that sub, hit that subscribe, hit that bell button so you guys don't miss out on a day of trading ever. Nick Pedro says, what's in the box? Ooh, I'm waiting for the Mulligan Brothers documentary too. The Mulligan Brothers. Michael Pearson says, that would be amazing. Found you yesterday, bro. Good to see you. BTS says, I'm trying to be careful, but also trying to get rich. And they conflict on me sometimes. Trying to be careful and trying to be rich is essentially the motto of the show. Smooth, calm, collected. Moon Platoon. Hey, Moon Platoon, I got a meeting or work that I must jump to, but I will be with you guys faster than you might even know. The only things that I have to remind you is thank you for being you. Thank you for being part of the family. Thank you for chilling with me and Professor Meatball, because that is what we do here. We look at stocks and we chill. The people that make this show possible, the Moon Platoon, the Grillionaire, and the Space Legends, I want to thank you guys especially. People who have gone to Patreon to check out the 6-figure portfolio that I have, and the people that have subscribed on YouTube and then went over to the button right next to subscribe and hit that join button. Remember, you guys, you are the owners of your financial future. So don't do anything I wouldn't do. For now, but not for forever, I have been your non-financial advisor, and I will see you guys in the money. Peace. Bum, bum, bum. Outro.